What's the Chow Chin Chow? GlitchxCity Games here, your coach is Chester Chin Chow, soon to be Everton Empoleons, and I'm welcoming you back to the WSS. It's been a few weeks. It has been a few weeks. We had a week off between week 4 and week 5, and then I'm still trying to get hold of DHM for week 5's battle against the Pensacola Pangoros. Still trying to get hold of DHM for that match. Hopefully, DHM, if you're watching this video, I still would like to battle you for that match. If not, I understand. I've been trying to organise that battle for like 3 weeks now. But hopefully that battle will happen eventually. I did try and do it during the off. I did try and organise it during the off week, but he had battles that he couldn't get to. He was behind on battles, and I was ahead on battles and stuff like that, so we never got a chance to do our week 5 battle, and it's kind of annoying. Anyway, today we have our week 6 match between me and Auto, and Auto and I have had a little bit of a rivalry, but it's always been pretty good. Auto is like one of the best league players I know. So I wasn't expecting to win this match. I was not expecting to win this match. I was sort of expecting I'd probably lose. I was probably expecting I'd get blown apart, but actually I did not get blown apart. I think I did pretty well in this match, which we will get into in a couple of minutes. Actually, we'll get into now, but like I think I did pretty well here. As you can see, I bought a Arcanine with the Electrium Z for Gigabolt Havoc, which would have done damage to my low tech. I bought a... What did I bring? You know what? I should actually bring my sets up. I should actually bring my sets up because I am very bad at remembering my sets. Let me bring up my sets because I want to know. Like, that's not the team. It's not the team. That's the team. Okay, so and I'll throw that over there. Okay, so I bought a Silk Scarf Swallow, a Electrium Z holding Arcanine, Mega Sableye, Air Balloon holding Giratina, Black Sludge holding Tentacruel, and a Toxic Orb holding GlitchxCity. That was my team. As we can see from Auto's team, he bought the Latios, he bought a Bronzong, Shaman, my low-tech, Megalopony, and Darmanitan. Scary team. Very scary team. But let's get into this. Okay, I start off with Rey Mysterio. I wanted to go into Rey Mysterio to see what he was going to bring out to start off with. I switched out of Rey Mysterio because he started with my low tech. I switched it to Papa Shango. My Tentacruel, he goes for the Scold. I live that rather easily. He has the Burn Orb, so he has Marvel Scale. He switches out of his my low tech into Eon. I predicted this and went for the knockoff and knocked off his expert belt, which I think was a good play. I think that was a really good play. He switches out at this point and goes into Liberty. I could have continued to knock off. I really actually could have continued to knock off. I actually went into Michael Cole at this point. I'm thinking now that I could have gone in, I can continue to knock off. I also decided to make Michael Cole Mega and go for the knockoff on Liberty. But I could have gone for knockoff on Tentacruel and not shown Michael Cole at this point. That would probably have been the better play. He used Stealth Rocks here. I went for the knockoff again. Knockoff did quite a bit of damage, and Michael Cole will get his first kill of the season here. Michael Cole does get toxicked, so that's kind of annoying. But Michael Cole does get his first kill of the season, so that's pretty good. And I was pretty happy with Michael Cole doing the work there. He goes into Shaman, and the Seed Flare does do about half. with the toxic damage on top of that. I do toxic the Shaman, but it is natural cure, so it's kind of annoying. Here I take the Seed Flare again. I live on just like 4 health and go for the recover, which takes me down to about just over half. I switch out here, and I went into Rey Mysterio. I think Rey Mysterio was the best play here because the rocks up. I didn't want to bring Arcanine in because there was rocks on the play, and rocks would have hurt Arcanine. The Seed Flare does pop my balloon, which is kind of annoying because now it means I am weak to ground. I do U-turn out here. Into Papa Shango, which I think was a good play to keep on using Papa Shango for my low tech here. I think that was like the best situation I could bring myself into. He switches out of my low tech into Shaman, and I go for the rapid spin to get rid of the rocks. Rocks on his Shaman switch. He has Earth Power, which kind of hurts me, takes me down to just over half. I do go for the Sludge Bomb, but he lives the Sludge Bomb on 11 health, which is kind of annoying. I was actually hoping he would die to this. I switch out because, well, I don't outspeed and I didn't want to get killed. I switch down into Neville here on the Earth Power, which I think was a very good play. I really don't know what else I could have done in this situation. What I should have done is switched into Neville on the Earth Power and then switched out again back into Shaman because of what happens next. Well, he goes for the Synthesis, and then I go for the Taunt, because I thought I'd be quicker, but I wasn't quicker, and then he goes for the HP Ice. I keep on forgetting to predict the HP Ice. I keep on thinking I never figure out who's going to have the HP Ice. I know somebody's going to bring HP Ice each and every week for Gliscor, if Gliscor is going to come, but I can never figure out which person is going to bring the HP Ice. I can never figure it out. I've never been able to figure it out, no matter how many times I battle with Gliscor. I've never been able to figure out who's going to bring the HP Ice to stop Gliscor. I'm never figuring this out. No matter how much I try, I never figure this out. So yeah, Gliscor goes down here, not able to make an impact yet again, and I kind of get annoyed about that. That's kind of annoying. I think Gliscor could have done well this week, sadly, but it didn't get a chance to do well because I can never predict HP Ice. I switch into Edge on this play. He switches out into his Malotech. I predicted this and went for Gigaport Havoc, which did about half. Malotech's really bulky. Malotech is really bulky. I probably didn't outspeed, so I switched out here into Papa Shango because that was basically my play. He goes for the recover, so basically that Z move means nothing to me. But so I wasted the Z move, and then he decides to switch out into this thing. I predicted this and went into the knockoff. So he switched out into his Latios. I predicted that and went to knockoff. I switched back into Rey Mysterio here, thinking he was going to Earthquake me. Energy Ball. He decides to go for the Energy Ball. That probably wouldn't have done a lot. He also goes for the Ice Beam again. Didn't do a lot to Rey Mysterio. I go for the Shadow Ball. That takes down the Latios. He goes into Darmanitan here. I switch out of Darmanitan into Papa Shango because that was the best play I could do at the time. didn't predict the earthquake, so I kind of got destroyed there. Possibly could have gone into Staraptor, no, not Staraptor, Swallow a turn earlier. That would have probably been the better play. And here I go for the Boom Burst. He lives on 4%. And I switched out. Yet again, I think I outsped. And I switched out because at the time I didn't realise I outsped. Now I'm actually realising I would have outsped and actually killed the Shaman. So, yeah, I could have got the Shaman kill. But I think it's sort of a moot point because the fact is he could have gone into Darmanitan and I wouldn't have outsped a Darmanitan and he could have gone for the rock slide there, or he could have gone for Milotech and ice beamed me, which would have hurt again. He also could have gone for Lopunny and returned, as you guys are going to see later on in the match, and that would have hurt too. So I switched out into Edge here. And got hit by the HP Ice, which didn't do a lot of damage to me. But I could have got the kill. I could have got the kill on Shaman a turn earlier, and that would have done the damage. Here I go for the Flare Blitz, and it does get the kill on the Shaman. But it did cost me a lot of damage on Edge, and that's probably not what I wanted. Here he goes into No Mercy, the Lopunny. He Mega Evolves, goes for a return, kills Edge. I switch into Rey Mysterio to try and get the Psychic, hoping I'd outspeed. He gets a Drain Punch, kills Rey Mysterio. And at this point, the battle is literally done. At this moment in time, I'm trying to switch into anything that can deal damage to this thing and actually do some damage. Return. I live on 8% with Swallow. Go for the Boom Burst, and I knock it down to 24. Sadly, I don't outspeed, so Swallow dies. Leaving me only with Michael Cole, and of course, he has Return, he has Drain Punch. He is a Mega Lopunny, which has Scrappy, so he can hit me. And he will hit me. So there goes the match. I could have made it 2-0. I could. In my personal opinion, I could have made it 2-0. I could have made a 2-0. I possibly could have made a 1-0. I don't think there was a way I could have won this match. Honestly, I prepped pretty well. I think me and Darude prepped pretty well, but Auto is a way better battler than I could ever be. So, yeah, shout outs to Auto. He is an amazing battler. Go and check out the Nijmegen Nuzleafs. They are in so many leagues right now, and he does so well in each of them. He's just such a good draft league player. I wish I could play as well as he does. I really do. He is a really good player. But we will go on. Next week is the Chester Derby. Yes, it is the Chester Derby. It is Dragon Airbus United versus the Chester Chinchows. GG, it's Robombi versus Joe's PH Games. The rivalry from 5 minutes down the road. It's going to be amazing. Join us next week. Till then, I'm Joe's PH Games. Leave a like and comment and subscribe for more of the WSS. We're going to try and get through this and nail down the last few battles of the Chester Chinchows. And then we'll be going on to be the Everton Empoleons. And, of course, just focusing on my the IBL purple until I can get back into a sort of groove with Draft League, and I'm going to sort of build myself back up from the ground up. Because I'm not a bad player, I'm just not a good player yet. Just a player, and I don't want to be just a player. I want to be a good player. I want to make playoffs sometime soon. but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Anyway, till next time, I'm GlitchxCity Games and I am out. See you again.